Nope. Let me let me turn this off. Okay. Hey, it's Mark Eitel. Friday night. I'm the last one in the office, and I'm doing my show prep for tomorrow's big radio show. So, anyway, I got a couple screens open, so bear with me. I wanted to share something with you. The reason I'm making this video is I had a super interesting and very eye-opening conversation today. Um, some of you may know, some of you may not, that I counsel a lot of first-time home buyers. And a real estate agent asked me to call their client. And a lot of people are frightened by the headlines of the real estate bubble's going to burst and interest rates are out of control and it's not a good time to buy. So I was asked to call this young gentleman and just kind of walk him through, why it makes sense to buy a house and some strategies that might help him get there. And he kind of was dismissive and kind of cut me off and said, of course you're going to say that. And I thought, well, of course I'm going to say that. I have all the data in front of me. But what he was saying, he went on to say, of course you're going to say that because if I buy a house, you are going to earn a commission. And I thought, well, you know what? He's right. I hadn't thought about it like that. So he was super skeptical because he thought the information I was giving him was self-serving. And I honestly hadn't thought about that. So I really appreciated after we finished the conversation because it gave me a different lens to kind of view this through. But we ended up the conversation. It went really well. And I shared this with him and I want to share it with you. So a lot of you might already own a house and this might be irrelevant. But if you have children or nieces or nephews or friends or coworkers who are still renting, I want you to share this with them because I think this is super important. So this data is pre-pandemic, right? So it takes all of the appreciation, this crazy cycle we've been on in the last 2 years, out of the equation. This is from the US Census Bureau 2019 report. In 2019, the median, right? So right in the middle, the median net worth of a US homeowner was $255,000. I was like, mind blown. $250,000 was the median net worth of a US homeowner in 2019. Here's what blew me away. The median net worth of a renter in 2019 was $6,300. I mean, come on, $6,300 or $250,000. It was just mind blowing to me. And I don't know, some of you may listen to the radio show. I hope you do. If you don't, I'll drop a link below and you can check it out. But several episodes ago, I did a segment called They're Both Equity. And you know me, I'm an old Florida hillbilly, a little crusty sometimes. So I used a pretty sister and a not so pretty sister, but they're both equity. So the pretty sister is appreciation. Super exciting to talk about 20%, 30% appreciation. But the tried and true method is principal reduction. Paying your bills each month will reduce your principal, your mortgage payment each month will reduce your principal, and you'll be building equity. And in 2019, the median net worth of a US homeowner was $250,000, and the largest portion of that net worth was equity. So that was the point that I wanted to share with you. And that was the point that we ended up finishing up the conversation on this afternoon when I was talking to that young gentleman. So that's it. That was my only share for the day. Don't get scared by the headlines. Don't get scared by interest rates. Look at your budget. If you're paying rent and that same rental amount will buy you a house, give it some serious consideration, or an apartment, or buy a townhouse, whatever it is, but be your own landlord if you can. And I don't care if it's not your dream house, because I seriously doubt you're living in your dream apartment, and rents are only going up. So that's all I've got. If you have a chance to tune into the show, that would be awesome, or I'll drop a link to the podcast. Thanks. Bye.